We'll start in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning,
Yeet.
gamers.
Creeper. Okay.
Oh
So
man.
game number 2. Well, it's like kind of game number 1 because Valerie was more of a prequel. But game number
Yes.
2 of the Insurgents campaign. I don't know how many there are going to be, but this is game number 2.
Great.
So I guess do you have anything you'd like to say to introduce Zulo as a character first while I briefly go over my
Sure.
notes?
Yeah. So Zulo is a strange gem. He is an alien, but he doesn't know that he's an alien. He was kind of found in a field, shape-shifting into random different forms by the Academy. They took him in, and the Academy raised him. His human form, which is 19 years old, very gangly, shaggy brown hair, um, is not his true form. He has no idea what his true form is, but essentially he is a shapeshifter. And beyond just turning into animals like Beast Boy, he can just turn into random crap like a Honda Civic or something. So, or a box.
2001 Toyota Prius to run over the civilians.
Exactly. So he, since he is not human, he doesn't have the social intuition that humans have. So he is very socially inept. He does not understand human tradition. He also can't really eat human food, although he tries. He's not entirely sure how he gets energy, but the food he will mostly throw it up, although he'll continue trying because he thinks it'll work. He is often very tired because he is constantly holding a false form. So it kind of drains his energy a little bit. Um,
But you
yeah,
have no idea what your original form
he has
is.
no idea what his background is. He has no idea what his original form is. And I imagine that will be his larger character arc.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get into that later. Like way later. I have plans for everything, but like most of my plans don't come into fruition until like game 15.
Great.
All right. So yeah, that's Zulo. And all right, I think we're ready to begin. So, Zulo, you know that where you I'm just it's going to be a lot of exposition at the beginning.
Okay.
So,
I'll listen.
you know that where you were found is in the forests of West Virginia.
That's dope.
There you were found by none other than the first superhero ever recorded, Mr. Super, and you were taken
Okay.
to his newly established superhero academy, the first national supernatural academy. It's the first place that was like it, and it only enrolls people with powers. And so you were brought there. You are one of maybe just a small handful of people who are actually raised there.
Right.
So yeah, the academy itself is in Charleston. It's a sort of nice city with a rustic feel. And at the current moment, you find yourself just sort of on like a daily stroll. You've got a lot of free time. I just got like the opportunity to walk around, things like that. So you're just walking around the town, enjoying the scenery. It's early fall. As far as our timeline goes, it's about it's a few months after the events of the Valerie game that was just played. So, and for reference, most of our Origin games are going to be played during this like brief time span. It's assumed that they're all happening sort of at once. So you, actually, I might have this. I don't. That's fine. So yeah, you're in Charleston. It's become known as like the home of Mr. Super, and it's become like a really huge tourist attraction in the past 30 years, and it's sort of a hub for abnormal activity. As such, you find yourself walking around the streets, and everything is relatively normal. I mean, it's the town you grew up in. You've been here pretty much all your life. There's been a few like field trips and stuff you've gone on,
I
for the
have no
most
memory
part.
of this place.
Hmm?
I have no memory of this place. Where am I? This is
You're in
weird.
Charleston, where you
What?
grew up.
Right.
You're in Charleston, it's where you grew up.
Oh,
I
yeah.
assume you know the town because you've been living here your entire
It seems familiar. I'll go with it.
life. um, so, um, everything is fairly normal, but things have been a little different in the past few months. Coming with the peace treaty that the icons openly signed with us, there have been sort of an influx. It's been kind of an influx of just new laws and things like that around that are mostly limiting, like abnormal activity and things like that.
Okay.
And so, one of the more significant changes is that walking past you in the street, um, just down the street casually, there is a person in completely white colored, like police riot. They've got a stark white assault rifle and like these weird looking handcuffs attached to their back, and like this sleek visor covers their eyes. The only splash of color on them are the lower half of his face and a green teardrop logo on his. In the past few months, they've become a common sight in most major cities, as
Okay.
and the public has generally deemed them as agents. Exactly 3 weeks ago, a summit was held where the world's nations discussed what exactly to do about the rising abnormal problem. You remember watching the news on TV and hearing the testimonies of various civilians who have been harmed by the actions of abnormals, as well as the opinions of great heroes such as Mr. Super and Diablo. As a result, most larger nations have now established some form of abnormal control laws. It's abbreviated as an ACL. Every nation has its ACLs, and some are more strict than others.
What would be like
The United
what would be like really strict of a nation?
um it's only very recent, so there's minor things now like making superheroes register and things like that. The United States
I think
specifically has 3 ACLs, but it's assumed that there are going to be a lot more in the future, and some countries might be more lenient while other ones are going to be very strict.
I think I meant like, are there specific countries that have been found to be more strict than others?
At the moment, everyone's sort of like on an even playing field, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
just due to like history and stuff, it's assumed that America's going to be really strict with their like the major superpowers are going to be really strict, while other smaller countries might be more lenient, things
Okay.
like that. Depends on the governments and things like that.
Yeah.
Typically, where you would think would be very strict about it. So, like I mentioned, the United States has 3 specific ACLs that I'm going to go over because they are very common law. They have like just been established. So the United States flowed all 3 in the same bill. It was deemed the Contingency Act, and the first one is that all abnormals were required to register with the government.
Okay.
You've already done this. Your entire school has done this. But you had to register. Once you were registered, you were given a pin of a small metallic fist that was used to identify you as an abnormal, as
Oh
well
my
as an
God.
ID card.
That's
The
lame.
pin doesn't have to be worn by everyone, only those with clearly visible abnormalities to show that
Oh,
they have been registered. So you yourself don't wear one typically,
okay.
unless you want to.
I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't have to wear it.
Okay.
But there are other people who are like very clearly abnormals, and so they have to wear
Yeah.
the pin. However, you must carry around your ID card at all times in case you use your power for anything. Any of these agent patrolmen
Hmm.
can stop you and ask for your ID card. It is guessed that within a few years, all abnormals will have to wear the pins, but for now, only those with clearly visible abnormalities.
Okay. The chat just asked what happens if you turn into a fly with a pin on. Um, I'm gonna answer right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna operate under everything that I'm holding or that I have, like my clothes transform with me. And when I return to the human form, my stuff is back to my stuff.
All right, yeah. That's what I assumed it was also.
Yeah.
Second one. So the first one, everyone was like really bummed out about. The second one's not too bad. Any people who use superhero as their job title were also able to register with a separate government program titled the True American Hero. The TAH would help pay heroes for any crisis they avert, as well as provide intel on some dangerous jobs that typical humans or police couldn't really handle.
Okay.
Generally regarded by the public as a good move, though it has been reported that getting into the program is nearly impossible if you don't already have a reputation.
Yeah.
And typically, if you are registered with this using your powers in public, it's totally fine. You know, you don't have to worry about it. However, like if you're not registered, you can get, depending on what your power is, there's some places have weird laws that can bust you.
Yeah.
The third one, however, the third ACL, is probably the most controversial of them all. The United States and a few governments, specifically Russia, China, and not all of Britain yet, but parts of Britain, have adopted acid as a secondary military defense against abnormal activity.
Great.
You yourself can recall when TV, the apparent new CEO of Acid, a man by the name of Gerald Hanover, made a public appearance after speculation arising about the hierarchy of Acid, and he sort of clarified what Acid does and what their goals are. Also, it is apparent that Acid is apparently under new leadership, so governments were more willing to accept it with these. So the agency also began to hire public agents, so people that didn't necessarily come from the agency themselves. You do know that all Acid heroes are said to be ex-criminals whose memories are wiped and turned into heroes.
Yep.
But they began to take any citizen to be one of these agents in the white riot armor.
Okay.
So they've been sort of patrolling they've been patrolling major cities, areas with high predicted abnormal activity, and as well as potential targets for illegal abnormal activity. It's only been a few weeks, but the effects can already be seen. You have really, the public in the nation has yet to see what would come of this daring move.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what are Zulo's thoughts?
So Zulo doesn't have a very strong understanding of politics.
Okay.
Innately, the concept of people walking around the streets with guns looking out for people like him is very uncomfortable. And so he I would say he's opposed to the concept of it. But if you were to ask him, like, what do you think of the ACLs? He'd probably be like, burrito, like he wouldn't really know how to respond.
No fucking clue how to respond.
No clue at all. But the down to earth, like, there are people with guns on the streets, look like things are a lot more militant than they used to be. That is very obviously an infraction of his values. But I don't think he was very much in tune of what was going on when, say, the apocalypse was going down.
That's fair. Okay, so yeah, this is all sort of, and this is in the wake of the events of the Days campaign.
Yeah.
So after that heavy exposition dump, we go back to Zulo. You're currently on your way back to the academy. It's a nice stroll. You've seen a few of these agents around, but they leave you alone. They seem to leave the general public alone.
Okay.
They're not too strict about like abnormals who like haven't registered yet because it's only been a few weeks.
Yeah.
Everybody's expected to register in the next 3 months, but it's still very early on. But you know that immediately when they were rolled out, the academy had all of its students sign up just to be safe. So, you return to the First National Supernatural Academy. It's a private school specifically designed to house abnormals and raise them amongst similar individuals. It was impossible to get in unless you had a power, and like you, they occasionally take in infants and children who were abandoned on their doorstep. And so this is where you've been for as long as you can remember. You've sort of grown up alongside your peers, other students, with the teachers sort of helping nurture and raise you. You don't have a very good connection. You don't really have good friends just because you suck at social activity, but the teachers have taken a liking to you.
That's sweet of them.
So, the current, oh no, I do have a current date. All right. It's a Sunday. Classes are like a normal school year. The specific date is September 22nd, 2019.
All right. Question.
Yep.
How did Area 51 go?
Nobody showed up.
Okay.
Yeah. There were a few people that showed up, but they were immediately gunned down.
Ow. All right.
An abnormal caused a little bit of trouble, but that was about it.
Sure. Okay. Zulo has been following this story.
Right. Very avidly.
Very avidly, because he's interested in finding out what contact Earth has with aliens.
You've just got like this odd fascination with extraterrestrial.
Yeah, odd fascination with extraterrestrials. Currently very bummed out that nobody showed up.
Currently bummed out that he couldn't show up.
Yeah. I had school, so.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, future game idea. Zulu breaks into Area 51. All right. So, it's a Sunday. It's like it's a little later in the evening.
Okay.
You get back to the academy. What does Zulo do in his free time?
Free time? I assume there's a courtyard, right?
Yep. Yeah, there's a very large courtyard. A lot of like sports equipment, things like that. It's a very well funded academy. It's like a campus.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go out into the courtyard and I'm going to turn into a Swiss bicycle and I'm gonna ride around.
You turn yourself into a bicycle and then ride yourself around?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're just, taking a casual ride around the courtyard. There are a few students out there, like, giving an odd glance at the bicycle that's moving on its own, but this is an academy for people with superpowers, so not too out of the ordinary. They've seen worse. You just got, like, kids and abnormals of all ages sort of out in the courtyard talking in their friend groups, things like that. Some are like practicing their powers, honing them, developing them.
Man, friend groups are really cool. I'd love to be a part of one someday.
Just it's a very chillax environment. It's like late fall, the weather's nice, everything's pretty good. Let's see. So you ride around for a few hours, or an hour or so.
Yeah. Okay. Should I take other things to do? I guess it's a free day.
Yeah, it's just a Sunday, so whatever. You have control of the evening.
Okay. All Are kids? Am I supposed to stay on campus?
No, you just went for a stroll in the town, so you don't have to stay on campus.
Oh, okay. So I'm just trying to get used to the rules of the academy. I know I've lived there my whole life, but there's some
Yeah. Oh,
force behind me that is still trying to
no,
figure
yeah,
things out.
I could briefly lay out some of their like major rules.
Okay.
So, you know that when classes are in session, you're expected to be sort of on campus, but when
Sure.
school lets out, it's sort of the school itself functions as an elementary school, a middle school, and a high school, as well as offering a few post-secondary classes, but not a ton.
Hmm.
So, during the school day, you're expected to stay on campus, but other than that, you're allowed to have your own life,
Hmm.
walk around. If you're not in high school, you can't go out into the town unaccompanied, but you are, so no problems there. All of the students are expected, they've got a ton of school uniforms, but you are expected to wear some sort of uniform. It's mostly just the school's colors. So they've got
Okay.
it's not like typically what you would think of a uniform. They've got t-shirts and pants and things like that are like casual outfits just in their colors so that
Yeah.
they can identify you are a student on campus.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna attach myself to a tree and turn into moss and try to unite my consciousness with that of the tree.
sorry, what?
I'm gonna attach myself to a tree and turn into moss, and try to unite my consciousness with that of the tree.
Um, okay. Roll me a willpower check.
Okay. Um, that's a nat one.
Okay, you fail miserably, and you just
It's
feel
too
like
bad.
a moist chunk of moss on a tree.
This is gross. I'm gonna turn back into my human form.
All right, you're back in your human form.
Okay. I just want social interaction. I figured the tree would be receptive, but I mean, that's fine. I don't care. Um, God, there's nothing to do in the day. I don't have any friends. Oh, I
Yeah.
have an idea. I'm gonna turn into a fly and I'm gonna hover around a friend group in the academy and just like pretend like I'm a part of it.
All right. So you turn into a fly and you go over, and there's two groups that you could go over to. One is a group of extremely loud girls who are all gossiping, and one is a group of guys getting ready to play basketball.
Um, I want to know what they're gossiping about, to be honest.
Okay. So you fly over to them, and they are like the extremely loud. Oh my God! Did you hear that, Stacy? Like just that kind of crowd.
Oh
Um,
shit. Huh.
they you find yourself immediately uncomfortable, especially so when you have no idea who they're specifically talking about.
Who's Stacy? That doesn't sound like a superhero name.
No, people go by their actual names. By the way, good question. How did you come across the name Zulo?
Zulo? I just started
Uh,
saying it a lot as a child. I would like run at teachers and like kick them and be like, Zulo! And they'd be like, okay. So that was kind of assigned.
okay. All right. So yeah, that's how you came across the name Zulo. All right. Um. So yeah,
Oh,
you are currently in the middle of these gossip girls. They're extremely loud. You have no idea what they're talking about, and it's a little disorienting.
okay. Um, I get so disoriented that I'm going to turn into a tiny rain cloud and just rain on them a little bit.
You see, they immediately see that you actually hold on. I'm gonna roll a group awareness check for them to see if they notice your transformation. All right, they don't notice your transformation and immediately
Awesome.
immediately make like sounds of disgust and run away squealing.
It's too bad. Okay. Um,
as,
well,
as
I guess this didn't work out. I'll try
the
the
small
boys.
rain.
As the rain cloud, I'm gonna hover over to the boys, and I'm gonna like turn into another basketball. I'm gonna turn into a basketball and drop myself in the middle of their game.
Okay. So they don't notice your transformation, and they just see this basketball like just fall down like the middle of them. You see Figs between them. They're talking again, just like very loud. But there seems to be some sort of like heated argument between specifically. There's like a rift in the group, and so both of the sides, and they're like deciding to settle it with basketball.
Shit. Okay.
It's like some sort of argument. So you find yourself caught in an extremely intense game of basketball, and these guys, I mean, they've got superpowers and like have they're like jocks with superpowers.
I
So
didn't think
they're
this thing through.
like one of them like channels wind through you to throw you and things like that. It's like a little painful, and you just find yourself being thrown every which way, like slam dunked, everything like that.
Okay, this is a way to spend the evening.
So yeah,
This
that
is
happens.
good. Sure,
Happens
cool.
for like maybe an hour before they fall into a disagreement over a certain play, and they just start like shoving each other, things like that. They completely ignore you as the ball now. They seem to be
All right. I'm just gonna kind of roll away and roll up to my room. I'm still a basketball, by the way.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna lie down in my bed and look out the window and look out at the sky. I'm still a basketball. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about my place in the universe and really what I'm doing here. I don't know how I'm gonna be a superhero, really. All the icons always seemed so charismatic and they had cool designs, but I don't really know who I am. I'm still a basketball, by the way. And I'm just gonna sit in my bed and, well, what time is it?
It's getting pretty late. I mean, you're out doing all of that arduous physical activity and getting thrown around for quite a while. So I'd say it's around like maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock.
All right, I guess I'll go to bed. I'm still a basketball, by the way.
All right, yeah. You bounce onto your bed, roll under the covers, and you just yeah. I'm not sure exactly how a basketball sleeps, but your consciousness sort of just switches to sleep mode.
Okay.
And yeah, you've got your own room, by the way. There aren't like, dorms or anything, or there are dorms and stuff, but you've got your own.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just go to bed for right now.
All right. So you yeah, your sleep is probably the best sleep that a basketball could ever get.
Nice.
You wake up the next morning, relatively early. It's a Monday, so and classes are
Thank God. I like class.
yeah. Let's see. So you're 19. I'm gonna say you're probably a senior, but like you joined like a little late because they like just didn't find you when you were transforming into various trees and stuff until like you were already a year behind.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. So you just like
Cool.
fresh start of the senior year, like very early on.
I'll go down to the breakfast hall.
Yep.
I'm still
they got
basketball.
like this very large dining hall. You're still a basketball. Way like try to pick you up because they think you're just a basketball rolling, but like you're able to like quicken your speed, and they're like, "Oh no, that's just Zulo."
Yeah.
That's
right.
that's the weird kid.
So today I'm going to try eggs, and we're going to see how that goes.
You're gonna try what?
I'm going to try to eat eggs.
Okay.
This one's going to work.
Lucky you, these eggs are right from the Greater Eggs Buffet.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, one of the chefs previously worked there. They've memorized the recipe, so they're able to get you the greatest eggs from the Greater Eggs Buffet.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn back in my human form. I'm gonna sit
You pop
down.
a squat.
I'm gonna look at these eggs, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, Shoshana, this is it. You and me. You and me. This is the final countdown. I haven't eaten in 3 days, and this is a promise to myself. And I'm gonna take a bite of eggs. Um, and I'm
Roll
gonna
me a
roll.
willpower check.
Okay. That's a 12.
Um, it goes down, but you don't like it.
Oh, great Haley's Comet. That's disgusting.
Like it goes
Oh, this
down.
is the end for me.
You feel like it might come up later, but for
Oh,
now it's
God.
staying there. But the taste in your mouth is just awful.
Never have I been so affronted.
You see like a group of students is like giving you weird glances from the table beside you.
What are you looking at? You don't know pain.
You say this to a group of random students. They just quickly turn back to their own food.
What? Was it something I said?
So yeah. Uh breakfast was therefore deemed a failure.
It's too bad. Do I have any time before class?
I haven't come across anything that's worked.
I'm gonna take my toast and I'm gonna carve it into the shape of a dog, and it,
So,
it's gonna be my pet dog, and I'm gonna name it Amnesia because um fuck. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna have this toast dog.
all right. Your toast dog named Amnesia. You can't remember how you came about the name, but
If anyone
uh,
fucks with toast dog, I'll fucking kill them.
fucking grade A humor right there.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So you've got Amnesia. Um, yeah. All right. So you go to your first class. Your first class is English class.
Cool. I'm gonna eat my toast dog.
You realize that toast dog tastes very gross.
Ah, damn it.
Poor Amnesia.
Anyway,
I was hoping he'd be the sidekick for the entirety of this session, but
I can make another one tomorrow.
Amnesia to Electric Boogaloo. Um, so yeah, you go to English class. The teacher's really nice. She has the power to make the books levitate. So whenever you're like supposed to grab your books, she just sort of like levitation throws them at you.
That's cool.
Um, out of curiosity, how does Zulo do in English class?
Um, it's confusing.
I mean, I
Um,
take you have a good grasp on language considering the colorful vocabulary you were using when
yeah,
you're attempting to eat the egg.
he has a good grasp on language, but I would say that he's like somewhat dyslexic.
Okay, so yeah, like the words are a
So
little hard to read.
reading is a little difficult, but he likes the idea of reading.
Okay, I probably understanding books is also really tough.
Yeah.
You tried Shakespeare once, and you just sort of like Windows XP shutdown noise crash.
I'm gonna turn into a giant floating eye and see if that helps.
All right, you turn into a giant floating eye. Uh, Everybody's sort of like briefly astonished by it, but then they're like, "Oh wait, no, it's just Zulo," and they like turn back to their book. It doesn't work. Still, it's just
Okay.
very difficult, but everything just seems larger.
All right. Well, I'll just be a basketball then.
You turn back into a basketball, and you go through the rest of your English class.
Okay.
Um, let's see. I guess next would be your math class.
Oh God. Tragedy strikes once again. All right, I'm gonna roll over to the math class, and as a protest against math class, I'm gonna turn into a piece of paper that says "I don't like math class," and I'm just gonna sit in my chair as that piece of paper.
All right. Um, you have a substitute teacher that day,
Okay.
so he doesn't even notice you.
Don't we have superpower classes?
That's coming up, and you got to get through the basic stuff first.
Fine.
It's not an all right. So the academy is not meant to train superheroes. It's just meant to raise and nurture kids with abnormalities.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's helpful information.
Yes. So it's very much a normal school, just like gym classes are.
Okay.
And they've got like extra help and counseling and things like that.
That's great. All right, math class. Let's go. I got this.
How does Zulo do with math?
Bad.
Let's see. You're doing trigonometry. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds complicated, so you're doing trigonometry.
Um, Trigonometry is like an advanced form of algebra.
Okay, you're doing that.
Um, hey, you know what? This kind of makes sense. There's a certain universal logic to this, I suppose.
You do well in math class, even though you were just protesting it.
Yeah, I'm going to protest it, but you know what? Trigonometry seems to have a certain logic to it.
It's like the one thing that makes sense in the world.
Okay, yeah, all right, I fuck with this.
It's like a constant, you know. It's never changing. It doesn't change depending on people. Something you can get behind.
I'm gonna scream out and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, this is pretty chalkboard." I mean, is that the right turn of phrase?
You see, there's a kid next to you, and she just leans over and she's like, "No."
I'm gonna turn into a giant floating eye and just stare her down
She
and be
like
like,
jumps a
and
little
be
bit,
like,
like backs up
and
in her
be like,
chair.
under
Like,
what
oh.
authority?
Yeah, you freak her out quite a bit.
I'm gonna turn back into my human form and be like, so what's your name?
Oh, I'm Stacy.
Oh my God, I'm gonna turn into a piece of paper that says, "Nice to meet you." And then I'll return to my
Nice to
trig.
meet you too. Sorry, what do you do?
I'm gonna return to my trig.
Okay. Yeah, you like you have that like brief 15 seconds of social activity and you're feeling like pumped, you're feeling proud of yourself, like you did
Yeah.
something. You're
Well,
back to your work after
yeah. Okay.
scaring the living shit out of this girl sitting next to you.
I didn't mean to.
Just the thought of this giant fucking floating eye going, under what authority, after being like using a phrase wrong. Uh, this is turning out far better than I could have expected. Okay. All right. Yeah, so let's say your next class is let's say it's gym.
Great.
You do like kind of 50-50 in gym. Like if
Yeah.
it doesn't require a partner, you do pretty well.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Okay. What are we playing?
Let's see. Let me check my notes. In gym class, you are currently doing tennis.
Tennis. Okay.
Yep.
Um.
So you're out in the courtyards. Your teacher's like, all right, everyone get a partner. He's like this, like he's like you'd say maybe in his like 30s. He's got like white hair.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, all right, everyone get a partner.
I'm gonna turn into him, and I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, "Will you be my partner?"
He like just like puts his hand like on his eyes, just no, Zulo. I'm gonna team you up with Craig.
Okay, who's Craig?
You turn around and you see this like kind of nerdy looking kid with glasses. He's got like his arms crossed. He looks like he's like just done with this all, or is like too good for it almost.
I'm gonna keep my coach form, and I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna be like, "My clone says that we're gonna be partners."
Craig's like, all right.
You gotta help me, Craig. He's pretending to be me.
Zulo, we've been in the same class all year. I do.
I'm gonna turn into a piece of paper that says, you got me.
All right. Craig walks over to one of the tennis, and he picks up a racket and a ball. He just goes, "You ready?"
Yeah, I'll turn back in my human form and pick up a racket.
Okay. You see that Craig just sort of he like holds his racket out in front of him and lets go, and he just goes, "You take care of it," and it just floats in the air.
Oh, cool.
And he like takes a few steps back and just crosses his arms, and like this something invisible just takes the ball, throws it up, and then just hits it at you.
All right, I'm gonna catch the ball.
Roll me a coordination check.
18.
You catch the ball.
How many points do I get?
That's it's not how this works. You're supposed to hit it back to me. We've been playing this for like 2 weeks, dude.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna knock it up into the air and I'm gonna headbutt, but not at the racket, at Craig.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? You cut out briefly.
I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna throw the ball up into the air and I'm gonna headbutt it at Craig.
Great. You're still in the form of the coach?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me coordination, I guess.
That's a 10.
All right, you successfully headbutt it, but it doesn't go over the net. You see,
Goodness gracious! I'm so embarrassed. I'm gonna turn into a bicycle.
You see, he shakes his head. He shakes his head. He's like, "No, you're supposed to hit it with the racket."
Okay, I'm gonna turn into a racket, and I'm gonna hold the racket, and I'm gonna be like, "This'll work, right?" This will be like, double good.
He looks at you and he just sort of seems like not disappointed but defeated. Like, okay, so this is how it's gonna go.
Victory is mine. He's defeated. I have won tennis. I feel good about gym class. So
gym class ends on that note, and
with me winning, with me defeating my opponent.
You defeated Craig successfully.
Excellent.
And you go to your science class.
Oh yeah, I fuck with this. This will be good.
All right, yeah. Your science teacher has the ability to make and control fire. He's very much just the entire class is mostly pyrotechnics.
Awesome.
So you spend another day studying the effects of fire on various minerals and objects. It's still very early in the year, so you're not getting.
Every time we do that, instead of using fire on objects, I'm just going to turn into fire on the objects and see how that goes.
Okay.
Wait, what are some of the things that I can consume with fire? Like what do we test on?
The first thing is sulfur.
I'm gonna see if sulfur works. If I can eat sulfur as fire.
Fun fact: I don't know what happens to sulfur when you burn it, but I'm gonna say it works. I don't know enough about chemistry.
I rolled a 26.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we're doing willpower checks, right? Just to see what I can eat. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. I can eat sulfur as fire.
It doesn't taste good.
Yeah, I bet it really smells bad too.
Have no sense of taste as fire, but like if you did, it would taste horrible.
But yummy. I can eat it. So we know that so far.
All right. The next thing that you have to consume is copper.
Copper? Okay. That'll be a 9.
It
So
doesn't doesn't work.
Okay. I mean, I assume I melt it, but I don't get any nutrition.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
You don't absorb it, you just burn it.
Cool.
And yeah, that just kind of you do like 2 or 3 more, but yeah, that was the entirety of your science class.
Excellent. That's kind of fun. I like science.
Let's say you break for lunch.
All right. I just had lunch, but whatever.
Well, everyone else breaks for lunch because normal people can't eat sulfur.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the teacher and be like, greetings. Can I have all of your sulfur right now?
No, I need that for later classes. However, if you want a piece to experiment with, I'd say we could probably manage to get you that.
Oh, please and thank you. Yeah.
He like gives you a weird glance, but he gives you it.
Oh, excellent. This is great.
Like a small, like sort of like the size of your palm chunk of sulfur.
Okay, have a chalkboard, sir. And I'm gonna walk out.
All right, so you walk off. You're in the lunchroom now. Just
right.
sitting at a table with just sulfur in front of you. What form have you taken right now?
I'm gonna turn into fire and but no, I'm gonna see if I can eat it as a human. I'm just gonna take the sulfur and put it into my mouth.
It tastes horrendous.
Great.
Actually, no, wait, roll a willpower check. Actually.
Okay.
You know what?
That's a nat 20.
It's the best fucking thing you've ever had.
Energy!
Fucking gourmet shit right there.
I'm gonna turn into a skateboard and do epic tricks around the room. I'm so pumped.
You're so fucking pumped by eating sulfur that you're just doing like riderless skateboard tricks around the room. What people see is the skateboard like riding along the ground, and then it just spazzes out and like flips in the air, and then goes back down, like rolls for a little bit before it does it all again in sequence.
Okay, I can eat sulfur.
Yeah, fuck. It is. All
right, that's a good lunch. I feel good about that.
Towards the end of lunch, you hear that there's some commotion going on towards where the entrance of the school is.
Oh, okay. I'll turn into a fly and go check it out.
All right. You see that like all the students are sort of like crowded around as the dean of the school, David Dillman, otherwise known as Mr. Super, but he's retired, is he walks back in the doors. He's actually been gone since school started. He's been gone for most of the summer.
Oh wow.
So just like trying to figure out shit with the ACLs and things like that. Like you remember he was on like one of the testimonies like that.
Okay.
There's also rumors that he's been meeting with the icons as well. So yeah. You yourself, you actually know him fairly well. You and him have talked on a few occasions, things like that. Just because you were like raised at the location and things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, you're not like on like a friendship kind of level, but like he knows you.
Great. Okay, so he's returning.
Yep. He's walking through the doors. He's sort of waving like, "Hey, everyone, I'm back."
I assume he's swarmed by the crowd.
Yeah, he's absolutely swarmed.
All right. Well, I'll wait until he goes back into his office, and I might hover for a little while.
You might what?
I might wait until he goes back to his office and hover around him for a while.
Okay. All right. Yeah. He returns to his office and stuff, and he's just like decompressing, things like that. He picks up his phone and just like dials in a number and is like, "All right, yeah, come down. We need to make this plan." And he just hangs up.
Oh shit! I feel weird about being in his office now, but the plan is.
So yeah, what do you do?
I'm gonna stay as a fly and I'm gonna squat.
Okay. You squat as a fly, and you see your
Oh
your
wait,
gym
does he
coach.
have a bookshelf?
Yes.
Okay, are there any spaces that are like a little bit open?
Yeah, there is.
Okay, I'm going to go into his bookshelf and turn into a book
Okay.
and just hide
You
out there.
you turn into a book, and you see your gym coach actually walks into the room.
Okay.
He like takes a seat across from him. He's like, "So, how did it go?" Uh, and Mr. Dillman just sort of shrugs. He sighs. He's like, "Well, we definitely have to check in on a few things. I don't trust them at all." Your gym coach, you know him as Mr. Coronari.
Mm.
Um, he sighs. He's like, "Well, what are you planning on doing about it then? I can go out and check a few things out." And Mr. Super is just like, "Well, if you were going to do that, I wouldn't want you going alone. I'll try to see if there's anybody that I can gather to go with you." The gym coach is just like, "All right, well, I got a class coming up, so just give me a call." He walks out of the room.
Cool. Okay. I will turn back into a fly
Okay.
and um I'll fly out of the room.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess I have to go to class. Um so yeah, I'll go to my next class.
Okay. Um, let's see, what could your next class be? Hmm. What are some electives that Zulo takes?
Um Zulo takes a special education class in social skills management.
Okay. So you go to that.
Cool.
Um, yeah.
And I'll just sit around there and wait for a plot
You wait for what?
a plot hook.
All right. Uh, uh, let's see. We're gonna fast forward a bit, actually. And I'm just gonna say that the rest of the day goes by kind of smooth, and
Okay,
you eventually get to dinner.
great.
Um, what's
I'm gonna
on the
go.
menu is
Mhm.
sloppy joes.
All right. I'm gonna turn into uh, Joey Chestnut, who is the world's most famous hot dog eater, and I believe he's critically acclaimed for his consumption of sloppy joes. And I'm gonna scream, "This is my biggest challenge yet!" And I'm gonna eat a sloppy joe, and that's a 16.
It's sustenance, you think.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're absorbing any nutrients from it, but it's not like horrible.
You mean like normal sloppy joes?
Yeah, it's a sloppy Joe.
Okay, great.
You eat a sloppy Joe. Just
Like a
very
normal human would.
um you see actually the gym coach comes and he sits across from
Oh, hello. Do you want a sloppy Joe? And I'm gonna turn into a sloppy Joe, and then I'm gonna turn back into me and be like, no, that was.
he shakes his head and he's like, "No. Let me check my No, it's real. What does he say? He just shakes his head and he's like, the principal, Dillman wants you.
Me? Little old me right now?
Yep, follow me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll follow him.
All right, you follow Coach Coronori down to Dillman's office, and you see in there already is Craig.
Oh, wow. The gang's all together. Great.
The gang's all here.
Yeah. I'll have a seat.
Okay. Yeah, Dillman's just sort of he's at his desk. His office is very nice, by the way. I forgot to mention before.
Yeah, I assume.
It's like decorated with like pictures from when he was in his prime. He's got like his old super suit just sort of on the wall.
Those were the glory days.
Yeah, definitely the glory days. He's still very built. He's still very buff, but like, he's been retired for 9 years now.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the day that he retired because you were about 7. You were already with the academy and stuff. He already founded it, but he just got into one fight that took a little too big of a toll on him.
What was the fight?
This weird alien creature came down in the sky on a meteor and completely ravaged a city.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, it was like before the icons and the knights and things like that, before really the age of superheroes started to become a large thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you see sitting at his desk, and he looks to you and Craig. He's like, "You two, we need your help."
Is this about the tennis game? I'm sorry. I'm really close to figuring out how it works. I understand that you have to hit it to the other person with the racket, and I'm gonna do my best next time. I really will. But just spare the rod.
This is not about the tennis game, says the coach.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm listening.
Mr. Super's like, me and Nakagawa, we both need your help.
Who's Nakagawa?
Coach Coronori. Sorry, used to calling him by his.
Okay. Yeah.
He says, me and him, we both need your help. We can't really trust any of the other teachers with this, and we've known you both for your entire lives.
Well, you've picked the dream team.
And your power sets are pretty useful as well. I hate to do this to you, but there is a certain orphanage that might be in danger.
And you want us to
essentially go and see if it, 1, is in danger, and 2, save it if need be.
Okay. Yeah. Is this an immediate sort of thing?
We'll be leaving in a few hours, says Nakagawa.
Oh, I'm gonna go with you. We're all going together.
Mr. Super Slug, I'm not going with you guys, but Nakagawa will be accompanying you.
Well, I must admit that is disappointing. But sure.
You'll be his support. I'm not in any condition to go back out on the battlefield.
Yeah. All right.
When you go out, you are specifically heading to an orphanage that was founded and run by Acid.
Oh, great. Okay.
We fear they may have some ulterior motive.
Is it wise to be moving against Acid? Do they know about this?
Yeah, Craig has his arms folded, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that as well." And Nakagawa's like, "We're already on a shit standpoint with Acid, honestly." Pretty much anybody who's a superhero is. We believe they're just putting on a front for society.
Oh, well, aren't we all? Okay, yeah, I'm into it.
So you see Mr. Super sort of he leans back and he's in his chair. He's like, so yeah, you are going to leave a few hours, gather up what you need.
Great.
Pretty much it. Nakagawa will give you more details on there.
I'll bow to Mr. Super because I feel like that is appropriate, probably.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna scoot into my room.
You do so.
And I'm gonna open up my closet and pull out a broom that I've put googly eyes on.
Okay.
Christina, my love, this may be the last time that I'll see you, and I want you to know that I love you deeply, and that I'm going to fight my best for you, and I'm gonna embrace her.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm going to play your favorite song, Christina, and I'm gonna turn into a record player, and I'm gonna play All Star by Smash Mouth.
You play All Star as a record player for your broom wife.
Okay. Once the song is done, I'll caress her once more, and I'll be like, "You're my only love in this world. You're the one who stands me." And then
the broom does not respond.
I'm gonna turn into a broom also, and I will lie with her.
Fucking hell. You turn into a broom and both you and your broom wife just fall on the ground with like a clang.
All right, I'm gonna throw her out the window. Let's go. I'm ready.
God, this is probably my favorite character of yours yet. So fucking great. I was not expecting this to be your personality, but I love it. Okay.
All right, mission time.
So, you meet Nakagawa. He comes and gets you, and you meet in the gym. He leads you down one of the faculty hallways.
Nakagawa? Can I call you Nakagawa?
Yeah, go for it.
Will our mission be sponsored by G Fuel?
What?
Will our mission be sponsored by G Fuel? Yes or no?
No. What? No.
Never mind.
Craig gives you a weird look as you're walking down the hallway. He leads you to a building that you have actually never been in.
Okay.
You're not quite sure what the building is for.
Mm-hmm.
But walking into it, you see that it is, at least part of it, is an aircraft hangar for a helicopter.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Should go without saying, but don't tell any of your friends about this.
I'll get in.
Fucking the forced laugh. So you all get into the helicopter.
I'm gonna memorize. I'm gonna memorize as many details of the helicopter as I can in case I decide to turn into it later on.
Okay. You take a few minutes to like really intensely study the layout of the helicopter and its inner mechanics.
Yeah.
So Nakagawa, he's piloting, and he gives you both headphones to wear so you can communicate while you're in the extremely loud helicopter.
Great.
And you take off.
I'm gonna lean to Craig and be like, "So you come here often?"
You're weird, you know that, right?
Fine. I guess you're not much for conversation. I'm gonna turn into a basketball.
You see, immediately because you're not buckled in, you immediately start flying around the back of the helicopter.
Yeah.
You start bouncing around. You can't hear anything.
That's fine.
You see at some point, Craig like motions for your attention and he points to the headphones.
Oh, okay. I'll turn back into my human form and put on the headphones.
It's a rough transformation. You slam into like the side of the wall and you
Ow.
put on your headphones. And I was like, "What the hell is going on back?"
Craig's just being a little antisocial, but we're here.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, here's the game plan. We're going to this place. There are 2 buildings. I will be going into one. You 2 will be going in. The building I will be going into is the main orphanage itself. I'm going to investigate there, see if anything fishy is going on. You 2, however, are going to break into the offices and search for any sort of intel that might signal any red flag.
Okay. I'm gonna lean to Craig and be like, by the way, I never really learned the extent of what your powers are.
Craig nods. He's like, "Oh yeah, probably should have mentioned that at some point. Um, it's a little tough to explain, but I guess the best way to do it would be I can summon a ghost that does things for me."
Oh, okay. Like unseen servant.
Yeah, yeah, I guess like that.
You play D&D?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna turn into a basketball.
All right, you missed Nakagawa's explanation of his power, but
Okay.
yeah. You see a few hours pass actually. It's quite the long helicopter ride.
All right.
And eventually it gets dark out actually.
I'm gonna put on my headphones and be like, Mr. What's his name again?
Nakagawa or Koronori.
Mr. Coronari, where are we?
Oh, we're almost there. It was scheduled so we'd arrive at night. It's on the west coast.
That means nothing to me. Okay.
Great. So yeah, you eventually do arrive. You touch down in a field about a mile outside of this orphanage. It's very sort of out in the middle of nowhere. The weather, it's kind of hot, muggy. It's nighttime. And you can see in the distance are 2 buildings. One is a brick building, sort of very, it looks like a home, just like, but very large, sort of like a mansion sort of looking a building. And there's another one that's basically just this large steel box.
Huh. Are we going in the box or the?
Nakagawa steps out and he's like, "You 2 are taking the box."
Great. I'll walk away with Craig, and I'm gonna lean over to him, and I'm gonna be like, so, uh, if we burn down this orphanage, we'd probably get arrested, right?
Yes, yes, we would.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Good times.
not what we want to do. We're
What?
trying to
No, of course
potentially.
not. Why would you say that? We're not gonna burn down an orphanage, Craig. Jeez. What a
Right.
wacko.
Anyway. So yeah, you get closer to the orphanage itself. Nakagawa is still with you for part of the way, and during that time, he says, "When you're done, once you're done looking through, meet me out front. Uh, here are some." He gives you both like an earpiece to communicate with.
Mm-hmm.
Just take those. Signal me when you're ready. And
And
good luck.
and Mr. Coronari,
Yeah,
if this goes well, may Craig and I be exempt from gym class for a week or two?
sure.
Yes. All right.
All right. So, um, you approach the building.
Okay. Is there a obvious way in?
Just give me one sec. Huh?
Is there an obvious way in?
There are 2.
Okay.
Real quick. look in Alpha Session chat.
Oh, I see.
So there is the front entrance, and then there is a back door, but that is surrounded by an electric.
I see. I'll try the front entrance.
Okay. You see inside the front entrance is it's like this small little lobby area.
Oh, so the door was just
I'm going to
open.
be unveiling more. Yeah, no, it's not. The lights
great.
are on inside. You'd say it's about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
You see, there's just one person at the desk.
I'm gonna lean to Craig and be like, "Are we supposed to talk to this person or?"
He wanted us to sneak in and get intel.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
But how do we get past this desk lady? Does she see us?
And no, I'm gonna say you're right outside. You peeked in real quick, but you ducked back.
Oh, okay. Um, okay, Craig.
Uh, the red marks on the map, by the way, are windows. The black marks are doorway.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, listen, Craig, you're a great guy and all, and I want you to know that I think the world of you. But you're gonna have to find your own way in. I'm gonna turn into smoke, and I'm just gonna creep through the doorways to the file room.
Okay. Let's see. So, let's say you go past. Just pull up the right map for this. I believe it is number 4. To creep through, and that gives you. Oh, it's 5. It gives you full coverage of the place. So I'll just upload the map. What's who's in what room.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Okay. A, B,
There's
B,
the place.
C.
Yeah.
Great.
In
Looks
room
like
B, there's the one lady at the desk.
Yep.
In room in the hallway, room C, nobody is in there. You're able to float into room D, where you see there are 2 armed guards and 1 just sort of seemingly normal worker in the lounge. And then in E, the storage room, there is 1 guard, but upon going in there, you see it's mostly just cleaning supplies.
So no rooms that seem to have any files?
Not as far as you can see.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna smoke my way back to Craig outside, and I'm gonna be like,
Actually, you see he's in the hallway.
Oh, I'm gonna smoke up to Craig, and I'm gonna quickly turn back into myself and be like, I can't find any rooms with files in it.
There's got to be one around here somewhere. What did you see?
There was a room with cleaning supplies and an armed guard for some reason. There's the front entrance, and then there's another room with 2 armed guards. Didn't look like there was anything important in either of them. I guess more guards means we're going the right way, right?
Yeah, typically.
All
Why
right.
would? So, what 2 rooms did you see?
There was the room with cleaning supplies that had 1 guard, and there was a room with 2 guards that I don't really remember what was in it, but none of them had filing cabinets.
Let me pose you a question. Why would they be guarding cleaning supplies?
Cleaning supplies are a valuable resource.
No, I bet you there's something else in there.
Yeah? How much?
Not actual. No, whatever.
10,000.
Keep your voice down.
Yes. Okay. So there's 1 guard in there. Should we take him out?
Yeah, we have to move quick. I knocked out the lady at the front desk.
Okay, I'm gonna turn into noxious gas, like sleeping gas, and I'm just gonna cover the room that the guard is in.
Okay. You sweep through. Um, yeah, he sort of chokes on his own spit and falls to the ground.
Cool. I'm gonna turn back into myself.
Okay. You are now in room E. Uh, Craig has no way of getting in there, so he's still in the hallway in room C.
Oh, because the door to room E is in room D.
Yes, it's in D.
Okay, well, I'm gonna sweep through room D as the gas too. Then.
Great. All right, so you just completely knock all of these guys out.
Great. And I'll
Um,
open the door for Craig.
okay. He walks through and he walks over to room E as well. He's
So,
looking around like, damn, there really is nothing but cleaning supplies.
um, is I don't have a lot of detective. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna roll an awareness check. That's a 14.
I'm gonna say no, you don't really see anything. But Craig's looking around. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna have Starlight try to find something. And
Who's
you all
Starlight?
of a sudden you see the shelves just start like the things on them just start to like move around a little as if something's searching them. That's
Oh,
the name of the thing I can control.
where? How did you come across this creature?
Just born with the ability to make him appear. He never says anything.
Do you know what he is?
No,
Hmm.
nobody else
And
can see him though.
can you see him?
Yeah, yeah,
What
clear
does
as
he look
day.
like?
Uh, think of like a really buff man in yellow armor.
I'm gonna turn into that. Like this?
A little more like whimsical, I guess. He doesn't really follow the in regards to his anatomy. He's super weird. I'll have to draw a picture or something for you.
Oh, okay. I'll just turn back into myself.
Let's see. You see the rug beneath you shifts a little bit,
Oh.
and Craig takes a step off of it. He's like, wait, back up.
Oh, I see what you're going for. I'm gonna touch the rug with my hand. This is pretty soft.
No, get off the rug, Zulo.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get off the rug.
You see the invisible ghost that Craig can control just pulls out the rug, and you see that there's a hatch door there.
Oh, hey, great. Okay, yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Greg. I'll open the hatch.
See that there is an entire so pulling up.
You cut out.
Oh, there's an entire another basement.
Oh, excellent. Oh, excellent. Belly of the whale. Okay, Craig. This is the height of our mission. Everything is riding on this. Mr. Super's gonna be so proud of us. I'm gonna jump in.
Okay. So yeah, you jump in, and the initial room that you're in has just boxes.
Okay. I will open the boxes.
Um, like it's just more of like weird papers, like flyers, things like that. Just like things for the orphanage itself. It's like uh eating utensils in there. It looks like stuff that would mostly just be in the other storage room.
I'm gonna turn into Adam Sandler and be like, "This is stupid," and then I'm gonna turn back into myself.
Great. So yeah, you turn back into yourself.
If we come down into a basement that was ultimately a secret and there still aren't any filing cabinets in here, I'm gonna be Adam Sandler for the rest of my life, and it'll be your fault, Craig.
Craig climbs down and he's like, it's gotta be down here. Hold on. You see he walks against the leftmost wall and just sort of like closes his eyes.
What are you doing?
Looking through Starlight's eyes.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
The
I'm
room
gonna.
behind us has filing cabinets.
Oh, excellent. Um, is there a door to there?
Yeah, it goes through another door though, and there are
Guards?
guards. Yeah.
Oh, easy. I'll just pull the same trick. I'll smoke my way through and try and take out the guards.
All right, you gas them out.
Awesome.
Um, they are in what appears. Um, but the full map.
Oh, great.
There
So
you go.
H, I assume, is rows of filing cabinets, yeah?
Yep. Rows upon rows of files and things like that.
All right.
Yeah. You and Craig walk over to room H with all the you walk past all the knocked out guards. There were three in the room that you smoked out,
Mm-hmm.
and the room with the filing cabinets.
Geez, how are we? It's what did you say?
Uh, People wise, it's empty, but it's got a bunch of files and flyers and things like that.
Oh, okay. Well, geez, Craig, how are we gonna look through all of this? How much time do we have?
I'd say probably another 45 minutes.
God, it would take hours to get through all of this. Um, let's see. I have an idea. I'm gonna turn into a giant floating eye.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, Craig, throw the papers at me, and I'll try to read them really fast.
How about we just use the computer that's in the.
That's brilliant. I can't read anyway. Um, yeah. All right. Let's check out the computer.
Okay. So you go over to the computer and you see that there is it's pass
It's what?
it's password protected.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn into the password. Just kidding. That would be impossible. Who would know the password? Oh, the guards probably.
Maybe one of the guards that you. What did you do?
I just put them to sleep. I turned into like noxious fumes. That's okay. I can figure this out. I'm gonna take what. There were two guards in room H, right?
There were three in G.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take one of the guards in room G and I'm gonna bring him to room H.
Okay. You
And
drag
I'm
them
gonna
along the ground.
and I'm gonna be like, Craig, I this is gonna be a little bit weird. I'm sorry for what you're about to see. Um, I'm going to lean him up against the wall, and I'm gonna start by turning into smelling salts to try and wake him up.
Um, he does not wake up, but some invisible force slaps him upside the head, and he wakes up.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a better way of working at it. Um, I'm gonna turn into a small fire, and I'm just gonna slowly start building around him so that he can't really see anything.
Okay.
Just to start freaking him out and getting him to sweat.
All right. Yeah. He wakes up. And he's like, "Wait, the hell's going on? Who are you?"
I'm gonna turn into a giant floating eye, and I'm just gonna stare him down.
Oh.
And I'm gonna be like, repent, repent.
Craig's like, all right. He's like, what do you want?
I'm gonna turn into Hanover, and I'm gonna be like, the password, you blithering idiot.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. And he walks over and enters the password in on the computer. But then he turns back to me. He's like, wait, I thought you weren't an abnormal.
I'm gonna turn into him, and I'm gonna be like, I thought you weren't an abnormal. And then I'm gonna turn into him with like octopus arms. And I'm gonna be like, you're a monster. You're a monster. And then I'm gonna turn back into smoke and I'm gonna knock him out again.
Great. You do just that, and the password has been entered.
All right, we're in.
Craig's like, that was interesting.
Well, it was effective, wasn't it?
I feel bad for that guy's nightmares. He walks over and goes up to the computer, and he's like, "All right, now just to find what we're looking for." And he's like scrolling through a lot of different like files, things like that. Through very fast. You can't read most of it. Um, but eventually he's like, "Wait, I found out what they're planning on doing."
What are they planning on doing, Craig?
Oh, we're gonna need to get to Nakagawa quick.
Tell me. No, tell me. Craig, what is it? Craig, tell
They're
me.
sending one of their heroes to destroy the orphanage.
Fuck, what? Okay. Let's get back to Nakagawa.
All right. You start running just straight back. Everybody in your way is knocked out.
Dude, this is not chalkboard.
At one point, Craig stops you for a moment. He's like, "Wait, there's more to it though.
Yeah?
They're planning on destroying the orphanage, but they're not planning on killing the children."
Oh. Why?
Yeah. Apparently, they're taking them in some sort of envoy and taking them to one of their bases.
Well, it's always nice to have loose children around.
I have no idea what they're trying to do with them, but probably nothing good.
Okay. Well, I hope Nakagawa's okay.
They're staging this whole thing to look like an attack.
Attack by who?
Just random crazy abnormals.
Oh, perfect. Oh, wait, we're random crazy abnormals.
Yes, we are.
Oh, this could be bad.
I
suppose if things get worse, I could turn into a file and just live in the filing cabinet forever.
So yeah, you run outside, and you already see that there is sort of towards where the parking lot is for this orphanage. There's a bunch of large like black trucks, and you see the children are being like funneled out of the building and into the trucks.
Is the orphanage okay?
For a brief moment before one of the sides of it completely blows out.
Oh man.
There's no flames from an explosion, but it's like an explosion force hit the side of the building.
Okay. Do the children look stressed?
Yeah, they look terrified and they're running to the trucks for safety.
For safety. Oh, okay. Craig, what do we do?
I don't know. I don't think the children are safe from those
trucks. So trucks probably bad, right? That's just my assumption.
Yeah, we should probably save them from the trucks. I think Nakagawa might have whatever inside of there.
Okay. Well, I've never really used my powers in combat before.
Neither
cool though, right? You and me.
Yeah, we'll take him out. We'll take him out.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to one of the guards, jump on top of him, and then turn into and just barrel down on him.
Turn into what?
A waterfall.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. I don't know what you would roll for that. To say it just works. You're able to take out one of the guards that are by there.
Okay.
All the trucks start up and they start driving away though.
Okay, I'm going to turn into one of the truck. No, I'm gonna look over at Craig and be like, "Get inside me!" And then I'm gonna turn into one of the trucks.
He runs over and pops inside and he's like, "Okay, go after them."
Oh, Craig, you're so handsome in here. This is so personal. You know, I've been many times in my day, but I've never had anyone drive me around. Oh, Nelly. Yeah, just follow those guys then.
All right.
You have that guy Starlight, right?
Yeah.
You think you could ask him to go find Nakagawa or something?
He can't go very far from me.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're on our own.
All right. So you're on your own. You're driving down the night road. There's about 5 of these cars. just all like they're linked together. Think of like remember the transport thing in the second Deadpool movie?
Yeah.
It's like one of those,
Oh, okay.
except
Um,
there are children in it and not prisoners. So the
great.
line's becoming blurred at this point.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna use the radio of the car to talk to Craig.
Okay.
This is Fly 92.3. Anyway, Craig, I was thinking we could either think of a plan to save the children, or I was just gonna play DJ Khaled.
We should probably save the children.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't really like DJ Khaled anyway. Um, I don't really know where they're taking these kids, but if we end up there, the problem will probably get a lot bigger. So maybe we want to solve this before we get there.
I think we should probably stop them now. That's a safe bet.
Okay. So I was thinking you could send Starlight to just go take out the drivers of each car, but then the cars might crash.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I'll deal with that. You just handle taking out the drivers.
All right. Sounds
Um,
like a plan.
okay, so I'll start by letting Starlight do his work.
Okay. So, are you still in your car form?
But I'm gonna try and get in front of all the other cars.
Gotcha. All right. So you're riding alongside all of them,
Mm-hmm.
and you see as you sort of pull up alongside all of them and start driving up, a bunch of armed guards pop out of the tops of them and start firing at you.
Oh shit! They know it's us. Okay. Um, well, Craig, I guess we're going into full combat mode. Um, I'm
I can't
going to.
attack any of them from here.
Well, Starlight can, right?
Starlight doesn't have enough range to get to them.
Oh,
It can
okay.
only it can only go maybe 15 feet at the most.
Um, if I could get you in range, do you think that Starlight could handle them?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I'm gonna transform into the helicopter from earlier,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just get really close.
You get really close up to them. Let's see. You take 4 damage from the bullets hitting you.
Okay, I can handle that.
Yeah, the bullets are just hitting you repeatedly, and you see Craig
Ow.
sort of leans towards the door, and you just see one of the people shooting just goes flying.
Oh, excellent.
They start doing that one by one. He's able to take care of all of them.
Keep it up, Craig.
You take another 2 damage
Okay.
before he takes care of all of the ones that have popped out.
Okay. Let's see. So there are 5 trucks, you said, but they're all linked.
Yeah, so there's only one driver.
Oh, there's one driver. Right. Okay. Let's zoom up to the front where the one driver is.
Okay. You go up to the front.
By the way, Craig, do you know how to drive?
No.
Great. Okay. Maybe I can turn into someone who knows how to drive.
All right. If you can pull it off.
I'm gonna helicopter right up to where the guy is driving, and I'm going to turn into a waterfall again and just try and like push the guy out.
Okay. As you turn into a waterfall, I'm going to roll a coordination check to see if Craig can get on the vehicle.
Yep.
Yeah, he does so, and expertly so. He's on top of the trucks right now.
Good job, Craig. Okay, I'm gonna try and turn into someone who knows how to drive.
Okay, as the vehicle starts to swerve, anybody in particular you want to transform into?
I bet Mr. Super knows how to drive.
You turn into into Mr. Super, and there are no memories that transfer along with the transformation, so you're still just yourself.
Ah, damn it. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to figure out how to drive.
Okay, roll an intelligence check.
Great. Oh yeah, that's a 21.
Okay, yeah, you're successfully able to stay on the road. You see, Craig drops down through a hatch in the roof. He walks up next to you. All right, this car is clear, but I don't know about the other.
Yeah. I'm doing the best that I can to drive the thing, but it would probably just work best if we stopped it, right?
Yeah, probably. And
Okay.
as he says that, you hear a sort of banging noise come from the back cars behind you.
Sweet heavenly
Like
host.
something slamming against metal.
Oh, gee, I don't like the idea of that. Let's stop this. Wow, we're on the highway, right?
Yes.
Is there an exit nearby?
You have just driven onto a very large and very long bridge.
Okay. Um, well, you know what? I'm going to.
You are driving in the direction of some sort of large white colored facility.
Okay. I'm gonna start to slowly slow down the car.
Okay.
Like, so it's not a sudden stop, but I am going to stop the car and block off the bridge. And I'm sorry to anyone who's behind me, but they'll have to wait for a little while.
You feel a hand on your shoulder, and it's not Craig.
Who is it?
You turn around and you see that there is a man wearing completely black clothing with a black cloak on, and he's got so half of a gas mask on his face.
The 90s are over, buddy. You don't have to dress like this anymore.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to stop you here, he says.
Stop me. Stop me how? I'm going to turn into fire.
You see, like, Craig flips out and just like points at him, and you see there's a sizable dent made in the wall behind him because he turns into smoke.
Oh, okay. So this guy turns into smoke.
Yes.
Okay. Is the smoke flammable?
I want you to roll an intelligence check really quick.
22.
You are currently fire in a very small vehicle space.
Oh, I thought this was a big vehicle. Okay, I'll turn back into. Oh, fuck. I'll turn back. Oh, my God. Okay, I'll turn back into myself.
Okay.
Does this guy have like a gun or anything, or is it just that he turns into smoke?
He turns back into himself, or when he takes the form of smoke, he's still sort of in the shape of himself, but he turns back into himself and he pulls out a pistol.
Okay, I'm gonna turn myself into a bulletproof shield and throw myself onto Craig.
Okay. Craig takes you gladly. Just goes, okay, Starlight will take care of him as a few bullets bounce off of you.
Great.
Let's see. You see, all of a sudden, the guy with the gun just holds up his hand and sort of catch something.
Shit. Okay.
What? How did you see him?
Is the gas mask metal?
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, okay, Craig, sorry about this. I imagine you'll be okay, but I'm gonna save Starlight. I'm gonna turn into lightning and try and direct myself at the metal mask.
Okay, roll a willpower check.
That's gonna look like a 23.
You hit, do 1d6 damage.
1.
Okay.
Is it enough at least to shock him to let go of Starlight?
Yeah, he lets go of Starlight.
Great. Okay. Uh, is he gonna move now, or what? Are we?
Yeah.
Do we have an initiative going?
Yeah. What do you transform into after the lightning?
Um, a beetle, and I'm just gonna fly around like deftly.
Okay. Roll a coordination check.
14.
You're shot.
Ow.
Take 4 damage
Oof. Okay.
as a beetle.
Okay.
The bullet hits you, and I mean, a bullet hitting a small beetle does not feel nice.
Yeah. So I imagine I'll like splatter around. I'll turn into smoke and I'll just start like waving around the vehicle. I'm gonna like put some distance between myself, and this guy.
Okay.
Um, okay, so we have like an initiative order now. Is that?
Yep. It is. It's Craig, then you, then or
And did he just
yeah.
move?
Yeah. It was just him.
Okay,
And then,
go Craig.
all right, just one sec. Let me just check my notes real quick. All right. About all of a sudden you see the guy is just bombarded by a series of punches that you can't see.
Excellent. That's good to hear.
And it is your turn.
Okay. Wait, I just have to take stock of my health, so it's
You've taken 8 damage so far.
8 damage. Okay,
No,
so
10, because you took an additional 2.
Oh, okay. 10 damage so far. I can work with this. While he's being barraged, I'm going to go above him as the smoke turn into a boulder and fall on him.
Coordination?
19.
You hit. Do
Awesome.
1d4.
3.
Okay, he's still standing, but he doesn't look like he's doing too hot.
Okay, immediately, as quickly as I can, try and turn into smoke again.
Roll willpower, see if you can do it fast enough.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, okay, you're able to do it.
Great.
Let's see. He takes his gun and he just randomly shoots in the air and bullet hole form on Craig, but he wasn't aiming at Craig.
Oh, shit. Okay. I see how it works.
Where's Craig's HP? There it is. Okay. Your turn. No, wait,
My
no.
turn? Yeah, Craig's turn.
Sorry. Craig just tries to have Starlight beat him up again, but he fails.
Okay. I'm gonna turn into I'm gonna try the lightning thing again.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and zap him. And that's that's 11 to hit.
No, he's able to dodge out of the way of lightning, and you slam into the back of one of the walls.
Okay. I'm just gonna like as electricity stay in whatever I directed myself into.
Okay.
And try and just move myself around for a little bit.
Yeah, you're bouncing along the walls. He shoots at something. You assume he's shooting at Starlight, but he misses.
Okay.
Craig gets in a series of punches on him.
All right.
He's not looking too hot now.
Okay, I'm going to turn into a fishing net and try and wrap myself around this guy and have him like not able to move.
Okay. Coordination.
Um, 17.
Okay, you're able to successfully wrap around him.
Great.
And then on his turn, he turns into smoke and goes straight through you.
Oh, right.
He turns back, and it is Craig's turn. Craig misses.
Okay.
Back
I'm
to you.
going to turn myself into a grenade, throw myself at him, and explode on that bitch.
You see, the second you do that, Craig is like, "Oh shit, Starlight, retreat!"
I'm gonna wait until I feel like Starlight has retreated, and boom.
Okay, I'm gonna have him roll a coordination. He gets caught in the explosion. D8.
5.
You see, he is all bloody and beat up, and he's slammed into one of the. Craig looks a little disoriented from the close proximity of the explosion. And I want you to roll an awareness check.
18.
The floor feels like it's a little off balance.
Oh, have I destroyed part of the bridge?
No, but you busted out the floor of the cart, and you see that you are currently you just look down and you do see that you just see water.
Oh, wait. Are we were fighting outside of the car, right?
No, you were fighting inside of the
What, the whole time?
like
I
kind
thought
of
we
where the
left.
driver's seat is.
Oh, I thought we left the car. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
no.
I'll live with the decision.
Yeah,
So
no, you're
I busted.
still inside.
So I busted the floor of the bridge and the car.
It looks like from the angle that you're at, like the car was in the explosion, shifted. The front car was shifted off of the bridge. The bridge itself isn't destroyed, but just the car is beginning to fall off a bit.
Oh, okay. By the way, is the guy down?
Um, for now, he's still alive, but he looks like he's not really planning on getting back up anytime soon. Give me
Okay.
1 second of what you're doing.
Say it again.
Just give me 1 second. I need to go check on something.
Okay. I think this is going well.
Okay, I'm back. What do you do?
Me? I'm gonna turn to Craig and I'm gonna be like, you and Starlight, you'll know what to do. I'm gonna turn into a steel cable and try and link myself to the car and to the bridge to hold it, and hope that Craig and Starlight will, hold me and like tie me in the right way.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see if Craig can pull it off. Let's see if Starlight can. Starlight has a higher strength score. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, yeah. They're able to successfully sort of pull you up and keep you upright.
Okay.
So
Great.
the car itself is no longer falling off of the bridge, but you are currently stuck as a steel cable.
Okay. Um, Is there any way that you think they could use me to like pull the? How strong is Starlight?
Um, pretty strong. He might be able to pull it off.
Okay. Do you think you could do it?
We can see. Craig goes over and he tries to pull you back onto the thing. Yeah, he's able to do it. It's close, but
Okay, I'll turn back into myself.
okay.
Okay. I guess it looks like we're out of danger. We should take stock of these kids, yeah?
Yeah, probably. Make sure they're all right.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna go up to the guy with the gun, and I'm gonna take his gun, and I'm gonna throw it into the river below.
Okay.
And
You see,
then,
he is still awake, but he's just there.
okay, I'm gonna take his gas mask off and throw it into the river.
You see, it doesn't come off actually. You pull on it, but nothing happens.
Oh, okay. Um, I'm gonna turn into a fly and try and crawl under his gas mask.
The second you get close to him, he turns into smoke and just phases through the ground.
Oh, is he gone now?
You see, he just falls into the river below.
Oh, okay.
Or,
Well,
well, no, you're on the west coast. It's more the ocean.
sure. All right, whatever. As long as he's not near us.
Yeah, no, he just completely falls.
I'm gonna go open the cars and try and get the children out.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to walk through successfully. These weird handcuffs. But you're able to smash them off
Okay.
and guide them out. There's about 30 kids.
Hey, you kids okay?
A lot of them are like freaked out, but they're nodding. They're thanking you.
Okay. Craig, do you have Nakagawa's number or something? I don't know how to contact him. I don't really know if
We
we're
have the
equipped to handle it.
earpieces.
Oh, right. We should have done that before. Man, what a couple of klutzes we are.
Yeah. Just the rush of combat. Anyway, Nakagawa, get over here, please.
Yeah.
You hear his voice come in over your comm, and he's like, "I got your location."
Cool. I'll tell the kids, hey, be calm. The coach, my gym coach is coming. So
All right, all right. A lot of them are relatively calm, except for one small child who screams and points back at the car.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
you look over and you see the guy in the gas mask walk out of the car. He is completely unscathed.
Oh, okay.
He pulls out his gun.
I'm gonna turn into a child and hide amongst the children.
You turn into a child and hide amongst the children, and Craig just sort of takes a step back. But just randomly, this white fireball fires out and slams into the guy's chest.
Oh, that's epic.
You see, it was one of the kids.
Oh, hey, are you kids? Do you guys have superpowers?
Yeah, they're all abnormals.
Oh yeah, dude, let's go ham on this guy. Everyone beat up that guy.
The guy freaks out and like starts to walk away a little as a crowd of angry children.
Yeah.
You see the one who threw the fireball though doesn't run after him.
Interesting. I'm gonna lean to the guy who threw the fireball and be like, "So, what's your name?"
I'm DJ.
Why aren't you running after this guy?
Using my powers hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel that. My powers make me tired.
Um, let's see. They go ham on him, and he retreats.
Awesome.
it's the cars are completely destroyed at this point from just the blast force
Yeah,
of so many weird powers hitting it, and they fall off the river.
Great.
Off the bridge.
Well, now traffic can resume.
Except for, the group of children that are blocking it.
I'm just going to pull the children over to the side, and I'm going to turn into like a road work ahead sign. And I'm just going to have Craig direct traffic around the children until my gym coach arrives.
All right. Mr. Coronori appears, and he this time he's got a few cars, but he's got a bus. Yeah, he's driving a bus from the school. He's like, we're gonna have to find another way to get all these kids back there because there's no way I'm driving over the entire country. But get in for now.
Okay. I could. Well, we had our helicopter, right?
Yeah, but that's not gonna fit 30 kids.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna see if I can turn into a commercial airplane.
Roll an intellect check. I should have had you done this when you rolled for the helicopter too. You need to know what it's made of.
Okay. I mean, I got a 21.
Sure. Yeah, you're able to do it.
All right, commercial
Yeah.
airplane.
Colin has a good point. You're turning into a commercial airliner bridge.
Okay, then let's get on the bus and go to not the bridge.
All right.
And then I will turn into a commercial airplane.
You tell Nakagawa your plan, so he drives out into a place that isn't as occupied, and you're successfully turned into an airplane.
It's going to be American Airlines.
It's American. All right, it's American Airlines, the type of plane that you studied.
Okay.
And you and the rest of the children fly back to West Virginia. You saved the kids from the clutches of acid.
That's excellent. I've always wanted to stick it to acid ever since they killed me in a past life.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay.
God, fuck those guys.
Yeah,
anyway.
fuck those
guys. Yeah. So you fly on your okayish quality airplane back to West Virginia, and to fly outside of the academy and drop the all of the kids off there. Yeet. Mr. Super comes out.
Okay,
sort of
I'll return to my normal form.
Huh?
I'll return to my human form.
Okay. All of the kids are super hyped to see him.
Yeah, I bet.
Except for that one kid, DJ. He doesn't look too happy to be there.
That's too bad. They'll just accept it.
Let's see. Yeah, Mr. Super comes over to you guys, and he's like, I take it acid really was up to something.
Yeah, they kidnapped all the kids. And they destroyed the orphanage. So...
Why the hell would they do that?
I don't know. But in hindsight, we probably should have taken the information that they were going to do it so we could use it against them in court. Sorry about that.
Nakagawa's like, shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
Too bad I don't have any good ideas.
Craig's like, oh well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of other opportunities.
Yeah, I bet. Well, can we go to bed now? Is this? I don't really know what happens after this. Do we just resume to normal school life? Are things different now?
Mr. Super scratched his head and he's like, yeah, I guess you just resume normal class. I'll be calling on you again in the future, though.
Oh, okay, something to live for. Great. Well, if that's all that you need from us, I gotta go to bed and heal, lick some of my wounds.
Right, because yeah, you were extremely damaged during that.
I'm pretty beaten up.
Mr. Soup is like, okay, yeah. You guys are exempt from classes for the next few days.
Great. Thank you, sir. I'm glad we could. I'm going to turn into a basketball and roll back to my room.
Turn back into a basketball and you roll over to
Yeah.
your room. You pass by your broom wife that you chucked out the window.
Oh my God, Christina, what happened to you? I'm gonna pick her up and bring her with me.
Are you still a basketball? Because you can't
No.
pick up.
No, I'm a basketball with arms and legs, obviously.
Right. Okay. You make your way over to your room, and you're able to get a pretty decent sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zulo.
Okay,
I
Zulo.
think we're there.
Yay.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you. I feel good. That's a good origin episode.
Yeah, that was a good origin story. Sorry, I'm kind of out of it right now.
That's okay.
Best work, but that was
Is there an end credit scene?
Regardless. Yes, there is. So for our end credits. All right. So we open up to a very large chamber. Sort of looks like an aircraft hangar. Walking down a long aisle is Gerald Hanover, the supposed face of acid. As he's walking down the aircraft hangar, you see just a lot of scientists and mechanics running about with boxes and machinery and things like that. It's just absolutely, it looks like it's like crunch time. Everyone around. We see he approaches one of these sort of stations that are there. They look like medical beds with these white tarps thrown over them. And some sort of lumpy object beneath them. There's about 30 lining this aircraft hangar. He approaches one of them and crosses his arms and looks over to the scientist. She says, "The time is now. Is it ready?" One of the scientists responds, "Calibrations are complete. To him, it will be good.
Say it again?
Cannot fail." One of the scientists said, "Calibrations are complete. To him, it will be unstoppable."
Okay, great.
Gerald says, "Good. We cannot fail." And what of the others? She says, "We must wait. The time has not come for them." He looks down the hangar at all of the other tarped objects. He looks back to the one tarp that's in front. He just says, "Awaken." The tarp is thrown off the bed, and on it is the metallic body of a highly advanced drone. It has an hourglass-shaped eye lens and orange and green paint. Its body lurches upward suddenly, and its glowing eye starts staring around. And we cut.
Fuck. Excellent.
Yay!
Okay. Awesome. Zulo, it's good.
You just came back at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, it just ended.
What's the next one? Is it John's one or is it Parker?
Next one is Azrael, I think. So,
Who's that?
John.
That's John?
John.
Azrael is the name of the weasel? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
TJ.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm going to sign off. That was fun.
Yeet.
Okay. Good job, TJ.